new aircraft and a new location, the Robin DR400 and Tauranga in New Zealand. We're not going to land just yet, so maintain circuit altitude of 1,000 feet and fly overhead the runway, tracking the centre line. The circuit pattern is the way VFR flights are organised when circling an airfield. A series of left-hand 90-degree turns takes us around the circuit in a rectangle shape. The basic circuit is the same everywhere for consistency, although terrain or airspace limitations may require a right-hand circuit to be made, which will be noted on the charts. There are 4 sides to the rectangle which are named. If we were landing now, this would be the final leg. Once beyond the far end of the runway, we'll make a left turn onto the crosswind leg. Another 90-degree left turn would then take us onto the downwind leg, where we fly parallel to the runway at the circuit altitude of 1,000 feet above the airfield elevation. Once we reach the end of that downwind leg, seen once the landing threshold appears at a 45-degree angle behind you, we make a third left turn onto the base leg and start to descend and decelerate. Judging visually, we then make our final turn onto the final leg, where we're lined up to land. Make a left turn now onto the crosswind leg. Roll out on a heading of 160 to fly the crosswind leg. Now make another left turn onto downwind. Roll out on heading 070 to parallel the runway. We'll do our downwind checks. Brakes are pressured but released, undercarriage is fixed, mixture full rich, fuel on and sufficient, indications are in the green, and security seatbelts are fastened, doors are closed. Foxtrot Sierra Alpha, downwind for touch and go.
Foxtrot Sierra Alpha number 1, report final.
Wilco, Foxtrot Sierra Alpha.
Yeah, we're definitely getting turbulent air.
Now make another left turn, power back and start a gentle descent. Decelerate to 80 knots. Now we're in the white airspeed band, extend the first stage of flaps, set power and trim for 80 knots. Now turn left and align yourself on the runway centre line. Take full flaps and speed 60 knots. Foxtrot Sierra Alpha turning final.
Foxtrot Sierra Alpha cleared touch and go runway 25, wind 260 at 8.
Clear touch and go runway 25, Foxtrot Sierra Alpha. Select an aiming point and lock it into place, not allowing it to move up or down in the windscreen. Set power and trim for 60 knots. After touchdown, stay on the centre line, set takeoff flaps and full power for a touch and go. Aim for a speed of 60 knots. Aim for a speed of 60 knots.
It's hard to read this airspeed indicator. Now look to the far end of the runway, power to idle, set the flare attitude, touching down with the main wheels. Maintain the centre line and set takeoff flaps. Now apply full power with some right rudder for the engine torque. Now raise the nose to the takeoff attitude. Keep full power and the climbing attitude. Keep the right rudder in whilst climbing on the runway heading. We're passing 300 feet above airfield level, so retract the flaps. Once above 500 feet, turn left onto the crosswind leg, climbing to 1,000 feet. There's 500 feet above airfield level, so make your left turn onto crosswind. Roll out heading 160 and climb back up to the circuit altitude of 1,000 feet.
level off at 1,000 feet and start your left turn onto downwind. Accelerate to about 90 knots. Downwind checks, brakes pressured and released, undercarriage fixed, mixture full rich, fuel on and sufficient, engines in the green and secure. Foxtrot Sierra Alpha downwind 25 for low approach and overshoot.
Foxtrot Sierra Alpha, roger, you're number 1, cleared low approach and overshoot, runway 25.
Cleared low approach and overshoot runway 25, next circuit request low level, Foxtrot Sierra Alpha.
Foxtrot Sierra Alpha, roger, next circuit low level approved.
Circuit altitude is 1,000 feet.
So hard to control this plane. Just getting buffeted around. Can't get it to hold the speed. Barely getting it to.
Make the left base turn here, power back to 80 knots and start a descent. We're going to do a missed approach this time. Speeds in the white band, first stage of flaps and power for 80 knots. Make the final turn, take landing flaps, power for 60 knots. Keep the aiming point locked in the windscreen and I'll say when to initiate a go around. Go around, full power and set the climb attitude. Hold the climb attitude and set takeoff flaps. Use right rudder to keep straight and climb to just 500 feet. We'll make a low level circuit this time, still with left hand turns. Keep the flaps set as they are. Maintain 500 feet and make a left turn to crosswind. We'll make a low level circuit which will be tighter than before. Now make another left turn onto our tighter downwind leg. Keep a speed of about 80 knots. Downwind checks. Brakes pressured and released, undercarriage fixed, mixture full rich, fuel on and sufficient, engines in the green, and secure with seatbelts fastened. Foxtrot Sierra Alpha, low level downwind, runway 25 for full stop.
Foxtrot Sierra Alpha cleared to land runway 25, wind 260 at 7 knots.
Cleared land runway 25, Foxtrot Sierra Alpha. Even though we're lower and closer in, we keep the same references, so we'll again make our turn when the runway is 45 degrees behind us. As we're closer to the runway, we'll make a continuous base turn onto final, keeping our altitude until halfway around the base turn. That's about the right spot, so make a continuous left turn, holding 500 feet initially, speed 80 knots. Keep the turn going, take full flaps and power for 60 knots. We're going to land off of this approach. Power off, flare attitude. Keep the centre line and allow the speed to come back on its own without braking. The exit is a little way further down the runway.
I don't expect to have done well on this one. I need to figure out how to get flight sim to recognise my pedals straight away, not requiring some input first. Otherwise, it results in that dramatic or violent departure left right on the yaw axis. After that,
Take the runway exit coming up on the right.
I remember this plane last time round doing these missions. I can't say I liked it, but I don't have the luxury of liking it. I need to, especially in VR. It was difficult before. It's better now. Now I've got the 8KX and the 4090, the RTX 4090. It's even a bit better, but I can't. I need to take a close look to see the speed markings on the this is Hold short.
Great, that's your first introduction to circuits complete.